Hello everyone and welcome back to the WCG for this second innings of the second Better Beer Test match between Matt's 11 and Brennan's 11. The test match is pretty evenly poised as we head into this second innings. It will be the Green Machine who will take a 19-run advantage with them into the back half of this contest. And they'll be hoping they can kick on with this momentum and set up a second test victory to square the series. So as we'll take a look at the Matt's 11 first innings wickets, it was Daniel Arnold, the top scorer of the innings, who was the first man to go with a score on 32, getting a top edge to a Peter Fowler half tracker, hitting this one over the house, and Arnold had to go for 29. One became two very quickly. Joel Wodjick hitting a six with his very first delivery, but that's all the runs he could muster on his return to this Matt's 11 lineup. Justin Brook sneaking one under his bat on this occasion, and the Blues had their man with a score on 38. The Matt's 11 skipper was the next man to go. He made a well-compiled 22 before slashing it a wide one outside the off stump to Michael Mabry and nicking it through to the automatic wickie. And the Green Machine were 3 for 61. Debutant Darren Day became the fourth man dismissed. Severi picked up his first wicket of the test match. This one rolled off a combination of shoulder and hand, and Day had to go for 4 with the score on 67. Michael Johnson was looking good at the crease, but he became the fifth wicket down thanks to a brilliant diving catch from Henry Piranara. The Kiwi international taking a brilliant catch down to his right to dismiss Johnson for 21. And just when the Green Machine were looking to wrestle the momentum in their favour, Piranara produces this beauty to leave the score at 5 for 90. Alex Steppin was the next man to go with the score on 98. He became Peter Fowler's second wicket of the innings. In an attempt to keep this one down, he could only manage a top edge, and he hit this one over the fence to be dismissed for 8. And with the very next delivery, Jake Kasacha was dismissed LBW for a golden duck. Joe Severi picking up his second wicket of the innings, trapping Kasacha in front, and the Italian stallion had to make his way back to the pavilion with the score at 7 for 98. Nathan Hancock was the 8th wicket to fall after a handy contribution of 17 down the order on his return to this Matt's 11 lineup, got them up towards that Brennan's 11 first innings total, and he became Peter Fowler's third wicket of the innings with the score on 122. Another handy rearguard action from the vice skipper was ended with the score on 142, and Medal Basher becoming the 9th man dismissed, caught one-handed by Henry Piranara after it rebounded back into the field of play off the roof, and El Basher's handy knock of 20 came to an end, but not before he gave the Green Machine the lead and put them into a handy position in the contest. And the last man to go was Mark Pasterfield, dismissed for a duck, top edging one off Severi as it was well caught by Josh Bolling on the move. As Pasterfield became Severi's third wicket for the innings, it wasn't Severi's greatest ball of all time, but it was enough to pick up his third wicket and end the innings with a score on 142. So it is the Green Machine who are ahead in the test match as things stand. It's not the biggest lead of all time, but it is a lead nevertheless. They'll be hoping they can replicate their second innings effort with the ball from that first test match and have the Blues in early trouble once again. So not just a massive period of the test match, but a massive period of the entire test series coming up next. And there's a change at the top of the order for the Blues. It won't be the Blues skipper. It will be Joe Severi who will open up the batting here for Brennan's 11. Made 22 important runs for his side in their first innings. Can he get them off to the start they need here? So a potentially series-defining period of the test match has arrived. It's going to be Mark Pasterfield around the wicket to Severi first up. Here he's in now and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump. And Severi lets it go first delivery. So a good start with the ball there from Pasterfield who was on the money to begin with. Pasterfield still given the new pill despite the Blue skipper not opening up, who he's given some troubles to in recent times. As in once again to Severi who rocks back on the back foot and hammers this through the covers for the first boundary of the innings. That's a sign of positive intent there from Severi, who blasts this to the boundary. Pasterfield to continue around the wicket here to Severi. Here he's in now and this one's a good length delivery on Severi's hip, and he just plays this on the onside for no run. So the Green Machine lead by 15 runs, and they'll be hoping they can pick up a few Brennan's 11 wickets before the Blues can get back in the black. Here's Pasterfield will continue to Severi in the opening over. Here's in now, this one's another wide delivery outside the off stump, And it's hammered away on the offside for the second boundary of the over. So Severi off to a flyer here in this second innings. Could Johnson have done a bit better? By his standards, he would have hoped so. It's going to be the Green Machine skipper Matt White to steam into Severi in the third over. Here he's in now, and this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump. And Severi is forward and defends on the offside for no run. So the Blues no wicket for 9. They've already cut this deficit to just 10. As White will continue to Severi in the third over. Here he's in now, and he serves up a full toss. And Severi hammers this down the ground for his third boundary. Severi off to a fly here in the second innings. The Blues no wicket for 13. So brilliant stuff this from Severi at the top of the order. It was raced along to 12 as White is in once again to Severi, and this one's outside the off stump, and Severi leaves it alone and then suggests that he might have been able to cut that away. There's another bullet from White. It's probably a good decision to leave that one alone outside the off stump. So the Blues no wicket for 13, trailing by just 6 runs here. This is just the start they would have been hoping for in their second innings, as White will continue to Severi over the wicket here in the third over. Here he's in now, and this one's a full delivery, but this one slides down the leg side, and Severi doesn't make contact. So a pivotal contest this. The Green Machine skipper has been on fire with the ball so far in this test series, and he'd love to pick up one here and get his side off and running, as he'll continue to Severi in the third over. Here he's in now, it's a good length delivery, and Severi is forward and defends, and gets a thick inside edge, and it runs away to the boundary. Well, fortune favouring the Blues here at this stage. Severi racing along to 16. It's 17 without loss. It's going to be young Nathan Hancock to bowl the fourth over of the innings. Here he's in now, and he serves up a full toss, and it's been hammered through mid-wicket for Severi's fifth boundary. Severi off to a flyer in this second innings, and the Green Machine lead has evaporated. It'll be Joel Wodjick to bowl over the wicket here to Severi. Here he's in now, and it's a full toss. Oh, and Severi has missed it here, and that can't have been far away from the off stump. It's yet another close call in this test match for Joel Wodjick, and Severi is filthy he hasn't put that away. Wodjick to continue to Severi in the fifth over. Here he's in now, this one's another good length delivery outside the off stump, and it's a plainer miss there from Severi, who just had a little bit of a poke at it, but thankfully from his point of view there's no contact. So the Blues no wicket for 22, an overall lead of just 3 runs, as Wodjick will continue to Severi in the fifth over, and this one's a full toss on his pads, and he hammers this through mid-wicket once again, this time for a maximum. Severi on fire here in this second innings, moves to 26. Wodjick to continue to Severi over the wicket here in the fifth over. Here he's in now, and he pulls his length back on this occasion, and Severi defends on the offside for no run. So brilliant stuff this from Severi, his highest score in a test match at the WCG to date. Here is Wodjick is in once again to him now, and this one's a wild swipe across the line, and on this occasion Severi doesn't make contact. So the Blues 28 without loss in their second innings, an overall lead of 9 runs, as Wodjick was in once again to Severi, and there's a big appeal here from the Green Machine. Well, Joel Wodjick was particularly keen for that one, but it's been given not out. Here, let's have a look. Oh, there must have been a noise. It's been given not out. It's going to be Alex Step in to bowl the 6th over of the innings. As in now round the wicket here to Severi, who rocks back on the back foot and slaps this through the offside for his 7th boundary of the innings. Severi moves along to 30. The Blues 32 without loss. Well, this has been brilliant stuff from Severi at the top of the order. It's going to be Darren Day to bowl the 7th over of the innings. Oh, and he's hit this one over the fence. And Severi is livid with himself. The Green Machine pick up their first wicket of the second innings, and it's the debutant Darren Day that strikes. It's a much needed strike with Severi looking on fire, but Severi, who is visibly livid with himself as you can see there, has to go for 30. So that's a much needed strike there for the Green Machine, and that wicket now brings the Blues top scorer from the first innings, Justin Brook, to the crease. The vice skipper with a well compiled 26 in their first innings. Can he repeat the dose here? So it's going to be Darren Day, who's just picked up his second wicket for the test match, into Brook for his first delivery, and this one has hit him. I'm not sure if it's on the shoulder or on the bat, and popped up on the offside, but thankfully from his point of view it falls safely. Here, let's have a look. It might have been bat and then shoulder, but he survives. Here, Day to continue to Brook in the 7th over. Here he's in now. This one's a short delivery outside the off stump, and it's cut away there by Justin Brook. And I'm not sure what's happened here. Is this gone over the fence? They're pointing to something here on the fence line. Well, I'm not sure what's happened, if this has possibly gone through the net. Well, a bizarre moment here at the WCG. The umpire is coming over to check it out. Here, let's take a look. This angle will probably show it better. He's played it around. Oh, it's gone through the net by the looks of it. And unfortunately for Justin Brook, that's out. Well, it has been given out, but I think you'll find that the match 11 skipper has called Justin Brook back to the crease. There's still some conjecture as to what the outcome is. Yeah, I think Matt White has called Justin Brook back to the crease. It did go through the net there, so that's a brilliant bit of sportsmanship from the Green Machine skipper. And possibly you might argue that justice has been served. Yeah, there's some remonstration between Scott and the Green Machine fight skipper. It is getting needly out here in this second test match. There's a lot at stake here, but Justin Brook faces up again. And it's going to be Jake Kasacha to bowl the 8th over of the innings. Here he's in now and he begins with a good delivery, which comes back at Brook. And Brook plays this on the onside for no run. So never without a bit of drama here at the WCG. I can tell you what, I can't remember the last time, if it ever, that has happened. Here is Kasacha will bowl again now to Brook, and this is played away on the leg side once again. But fielded by Joel Wodgick once again for no run. So brilliant sportsmanship from the Green Machine skipper, who calls Justin Brook back to the crease. Here, let's see if Justin Brook can make the most of it. Oh, he's beginning to here. It's a half volley from Kasacha, and it's hammered down the ground from Brook to get off the mark in style. Overpitched on this occasion from the Italian stallion, and he's punished. It's going to be the vice skipper, Hamid al-Bashir, to bowl around the wicket here for the 9th over. Here he's in now, and this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump. And has he knocked him over? Well, Scott's pointing to something. What is going on here? Well, the bail is off. Has he nicked this? Let's have a look at this replay. What's going on here? Well, Daniel Arnold takes the bail off. So I don't think he's been bowled. I just wonder if he's nicked this and Arnold has disabled the keeper. He has. It's come off the face of the bat and the Green Machine thought he was out, but Scott reminds them that they've disabled the keeper. It is pandemonium here in this second test match as al-Bashir will continue again now to Brook, who clipped this off his toes onto the fence, and he'll scamper through for a single and he puts in the big Superman dive. But the throw is off the mark here from Kasacha. Well, this is amazing stuff happening here in this second test match. This is must-watch TV. So the Blues have moved along to 1 for 39 in their second innings. An overall lead of 20 runs. As al-Bashir continues to Brook in the 9th over. Oh, and he's got to nick through to the keeper this time. This time I think he's got to go. And after surviving 2 extraordinary passages of play, this time the vice skipper is back in the pavilion. al-Bashir picks up his first wicket of the second innings. Oh, that's a tight one as well. But on this occasion, Justin Brook's luck has run out. And the Green Machine finally get their man after an extraordinary period of play. So the vice skipper has gone for 5. The Blues 2 for 39 in their second innings. And that wicket now brings Henry Piranara to the crease at number 3. The Kiwi international made 15 in his side's first innings. Can he stand up with the blade once again? And he'll have to face a fired-up Green Machine vice skipper as al-Bashir is into Piranara for his first delivery, and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and Piranara is happy enough to let this one go. So the test match pretty evenly poised as things stand. The Blues effectively 2 for 20 here in their second innings, as al-Bashir is in once again to Piranara, who plays this expertly on the offside off the fence for his first boundary of the innings. He gets off the mark in style. That's a brilliant stroke. al-Bashir in for the final ball of the 9th over. He's in now. This one's a full toss played on the leg side on this occasion. And it's back-to-back boundaries for Piranara to begin his innings. Piranara off to a flyer once again in this test match. It's a mixed over from al-Bashir. A wicket and 10 runs off it. 2 for 47. Going to be Daniel Arnold to bowl the final over of the first cycle. As in now, round the wicket here to Piranara. And it's a full delivery. Piranara is solid in defence as he's forward and plays to Alex Step in for no run. So the Blues lead has now stretched to 28. It's been a pretty handy first 10 overs from their point of view in this second innings. Here is Piranara, drops this on the onside. He's going to scribble through for a single. And it was a decent bit of fielding there from Jake Kasacha. But I think this is well judged in the end. It's hit him on the body. He moves through. And he's home safe enough. So the Blues would have to be pretty happy with where things stand at the moment. Brennan's 11, 2 for 48 after 10 overs. An overall lead of 29 runs, with 8 second innings wickets still left in the shed on what are still good batting conditions here today at the WCG. But a couple of wickets here for the Green Machine can break this game wide open. So the test match is still brilliantly poised as we move into this second cycle. And it's going to be Mark Pasterfield to bowl around the wicket here to Piranara. Here he's in now, and Piranara seems to back away here as he drops this on the offside and will move through for another single and gets there comfortably in the end once again. So good busy cricket to begin his innings here for Piranara, who has become somewhat of a leader here in this Blues outfit. He moves along to 9, and that single brings up the 50 here for the Blues inside 12 overs. So they're going along a good clip here as Pasterfield will continue around the wicket here to Piranara, and this one's a full delivery played onto the fence on the leg side. And it's fielded by Darren Day for no run. So the Blues 2 for 50 in their second innings. An overall lead of 31 runs. So this test match is really moving along nicely. Pasterfield's in once again to Piranara, and Piranara just sways on the back foot and punches this through the offside for another boundary. He moves into double figures once again. The Blues lead now 35. It's going to be Michael Johnson to bowl the 13th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Piranara. It's a good length delivery as he pushes it onto the fence. And I think this has beaten the vice skipper there at cover and gone away to the boundary. Things just going the Blues' way at the moment. It's an unfortunate bounce there for Hamid al-Bashar, and it gets past him. Johnson to continue around the wicket now to Piranara. Here he's in now, and this one's a full delivery. But Piranara is solid in defence and plays this back down the pitch for no run. So looking good here at the crease is the Kiwi International, as he's moved along to 17. Here's Johnson continues around to wicket to him now. This one's a good delivery. It jams him up. But Piranara is good enough to tuck this on the leg side and move through for another single. So Piranara has moved along to 18. The Blues 2 for 59 in their second innings. An overall lead of 40 runs with 8 second innings wickets still in the shed. So they're in a pretty good position here. And the Green Machine will be hoping they can get a breakthrough reasonably soon. As Johnson will continue again now to Piranara, and this one hits him on the leg and pops up on the leg side for no run. So you can see the strip on your picture. This still looks like a great batting track here at the WCG. So the Green Machine will back themselves to chase down any target, particularly after their first innings effort with the bat, as that's a brilliant delivery there from Michael Johnson. It just shaped away from Piranara there at the last minute, and I think he might have just got his bat out of the way in the end. Yeah, he's done well. It'll be Johnson to continue to Piranara in the 13th over. Here he's in now. This one's a good length delivery. This time it jags back at Piranara. There's a big appeal here from the Green Machine. Piranara has hit the deck. It's all happening again here at the WCG. Oh, no, it looks like it might have hit him in the... Oh, you know where. Ouch. The men in blue 2 for 59. It'll be Darren Day to bowl the 14th over of the innings. As in now to Piranara, it's a good length delivery, and once again Piranara is solid in defence as he plays his back down the pitch for no run. So brilliant stuff this from Piranara, who's moved along to 18 on what are good batting conditions here at the WCG today. This match still has a long way to go, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, as Piranara plays his way on the offside once again, and once again he's opened up the face and hits this away to the boundary. Piranara moves to 22. The Blues now move along to 2 for 63. An overall lead of 44 runs. And the Blues are enjoying this. It's going to be Alex Stepien to bowl the 15th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Piranara, and this one's a full delivery outside the leg stump. And it's let go by Piranara. Here, well, there's plenty going on in the stands. I think they're taunting the Green Machine skipper. And I think Matt White is responding in kind. This is brilliant stuff here in the middle. Here, Stepien is in once again to Piranara. It's a good delivery outside the off stump, and Piranara pulls the bat inside the line. Well, I think the excessive alcohol consumption is starting to take a toll for one or two of these players out there in the middle. This second test match is coming to the boil. As Stepien will continue again now to Piranara, who gets a thick outside edge, and this has missed the auto wiki narrowly. It is all happening here at the WCG. But things just going the Blues' way as things stand. Piranara survives. Alex Stepien to continue to Piranara in the 15th over. Here he's in now. This one's a full delivery. He's knocked him over on this occasion. Stepien picks up the wicket that he deserves. He's bowled brilliantly in this test match once again. He picks up the dangerous Piranara for 22, who once again in this test series misses a full toss. And that just might quieten down the Blues in that corner. So the Blues now 3 for 63 in their second innings. An overall lead of 44 runs. And that wicket now brings Riley Cornforth to the crease at number 4. A man who is struggling for runs at test level. So the grey machine will be sniffing around here for a 4th. So it's going to be Alex Stepien, who's looking for his second wicket of the innings, to bowl around the wicket here to Cornforth. He's in now, and this one's an absolute rip snorter to begin with, as this whistles past the chin of Cornforth. That is a brute of a delivery. It's going to be Nathan Hancock to bowl the 16th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Cornforth. He begins with a full toss, and a beast of vice skipper there, Hamid al-Bashir at cover for a boundary to begin with for Cornforth. El-Bashir has not had the best of times in that position so far in this second innings, and he would have wanted to stop that one. Hancock to continue to Cornforth in the 16th over. Here he's in now. This one's a good delivery, and Cornforth is solid in defence as he plays to Hamid al-Bashir on the offside for no run. So the Blues 3 for 67 in their second innings, an overall lead of 48 runs, as Hancock is in once again to Cornforth, and this one's a full toss, and Cornforth hits this down the ground for his second boundary in the over. Hancock misses his length on this occasion, and the lead surpasses 50. Brennan's 11 3 for 71, as Joel Wodjick will bowl the 17th over of the innings, and he begins with an absolute jaffer. Gee, he is bowled without luck in this test match. It's an in-swinging delivery, and he's nowhere near it, Cornforth. Wodjick to continue again now to Cornforth in the 17th over. Here he's in now, this one's another in-swinging delivery, and this time he gets him! He goes through the gate again! Cornforth going for the big booming drive, and is bowled through the gate for 8. Wodjick gets just rewards, it's a brilliant delivery, and the Blues are 4 for 71. The Green Machine fighting back here in this second test match. It's game on. So still no sign of the Blues skipper, who was likely going to bat himself last here in this second innings, as that wicket now brings the youngster Daniel Hancock to the crease at number 5. Was dismissed for a duck in his side's first innings, so once again the Grey Machine will be smelling blood. So it's going to be Joel Wodjick, who's bowled brilliantly here in this 17th over, into Hancock for his first delivery, and this one swings back into Hancock, and it's another plainer miss here. This is a beautiful exhibition of swing bowling here from Wodjick, and he was that close. It's going to be Hamid al-Bashir to bowl the 18th over of the innings. He's in now, round the wicket here to Hancock. He gets a thick inside edge onto the fence, and he'll move through for a single to get off the mark. So that'll settle the nerves somewhat for the youngster, who gets off the dreaded pair. The Blues 4 for 73 in their second innings, an overall lead of 54 runs, as al-Bashir is in once again to Hancock, and this one's a wide delivery, and has he hit this over the fence? He has! That's the 5th one down for the Blues. Well, Hancock seems to be hanging around, but I think this is out. He's hit this over the fence. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's gone. It's hit the top of the fence and gone over. It's 5 for 73, and the Green Machine are rallying. Well, a huge moment of the test match here, as that wicket now brings the Blues skipper Brendan Scott to the crease at number 6. We thought he might come in at number 10. He's decided to come in now and possibly try and bring some stability back to this innings. So it's going to be Hamid al-Bashir, who's just picked up his second wicket into Scott for his first delivery, and it's a back of a length delivery. Scott just plays this on the onside for no run. It's going to be Jake Kasacha to bowl the 19th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Scott, and this one's a good length delivery on Scott's hips, and he just tucks this away expertly onto the fence and moves through for a single to get off the mark. So a good bit of cricket there from the Blues skipper, and he's away. Kasacha to continue over the wicket here to Scott in the 19th over. Here he's in now, this one's another one that's on Scott's hips, and he's tucked this away again, and he's going to move through for another single once again to end the over. The Blues 5 for 76. As Daniel Arnold will bowl the final over of the second cycle. Here he's in now, this one's a full toss, and he pierces the gap here on the offside for his first boundary. So Scott moves along to 6. The lead moves along to 61. So Arnold in for the final delivery of the 20th over. Here he's in now. This one's a back of a length delivery. And Scott defends his on the offside for no run to end with. So I sound like a broken record, but the test match is in a brilliant position as things stand. The Blues 5 for 80 in their second innings. An overall lead of 61 runs with 5 second innings wickets in the shed. And if the Green Machine can remove the Blues skipper cheaply, they'll be into the Blues tail and will back themselves to keep this Brennan's 11 target under the 100 mark. So it's going to be Mark Pasterfield to bowl the 21st over of the innings. Here he's in now to Scott, and he's played his way on the offside, and I think this has gone all the way for 6. Well, a positive way to start the third cycle here from Scott. He opens the face on this one nicely, and it's a maximum. Pasterfield to continue around the wicket to Scott once again. Here he's in now, it's another back of a length delivery, played away on the offside, but this time it's well stopped there by Joel Wodgick, who dives away to his right. So the Blues now lead by 67 runs, with the Blues skipper currently at the crease, 12 not out. As Pasterfield's in once again to him now, this one's a full delivery, and he's hammered this down the ground for another maximum. Scott moves along to 18. The Blues 5 for 92, an overall lead of 73. So Pasterfield under a bit of pressure here in this 21st over. As in once again to Scott. Oh, but this will release the pressure. He gets the big wicket of Scott once again. Scott is livid with himself as he hits the ground twice there on his way out. Pasterfield picks up a big wicket in this test match. The skipper has to go for 18. The Blues are now 6 down. And how big of a moment will that prove to be for the Green Machine? So the Blues 6 for 92 in their second innings. As that wicket now brings Michael Mabry to the crease at number 7. He's been very handy with the bat so far in this series, and the Blues will be hoping he's got another effort in him. So a tough task first up here for Mabry. It's going to be Joel Wodgick to bowl over the wicket here to him now. He's in there with the swing delivery, gets a thick inside edge onto the fence, and it's fielded by Alex Step in for no run. So a huge period of the test match this. Can the Blues tail wag once again to get them out of a bit of a hole? As Wodgick is in once again to Mabry, gets a thick inside edge onto the fence. Oh, and he takes on Alex Stepien. And a direct hit, and he was toast. Things beginning to get tense here at the WCG. It's a brilliant bit of fielding from Stepien. Oh, and he was gone by a long way. So a close call there for Mabry. It's going to be Daniel Arnold by the 24th over of the innings. And begins with a full toss, and Mabry gets us away on the offside for his first boundary of the innings. 2 full on this occasion from Arnold, and he's been dispatched. Arnold to continue around the wicket here to Mabry. Here he's in now, this one's another full toss, and there's another one that is hit on the offside for a boundary. The 100 up for the Blues. Mabry standing up with the blade once again. The lead now 83. It's going to be Hamid Al-Bashir by the 25th over of the innings. He's in now to Mabry, gets a top edge, and it lobs on the offside, and I think it's been dropped by Matt White there, and the throw is narrowly wide from Wodgick. Oh, it's another amazing passenger play this. Let's have a look. It's the shoulder of the bat. White collides with the fence. It's unfortunate. It's a simultaneous hit. Wodgick picks up the ball, and a direct hit, and it was all over for Mabry. Well, this has been an amazing innings of Test cricket. As Al-Bashir is in once again to Mabry, and he's too short on this occasion, and it's cut away by Mabry for another boundary. Standing up with the blade once again is the tail ender. Moves to 14. Well, this lead is getting dangerously close to this 100 mark. As Al-Bashir is in once again to Mabry, it's a full toss, and it's hammered down the ground this time for a maximum. Brilliant stuff this from Mabry. He moves to 20. The Blues 6 for 113. Well, it's going to be Darren Day, the bowler, 27th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Mabry. Oh, and this has nearly snuck through. I think this hits Mabry on the back leg, which saves him on this occasion. Here, let's have a look. Yeah, it does. Well, a close call that for Mabry. As Day will continue again now to Mabry. Oh, this one's a full delivery, and this time it sneaks through him. They get the big wicket of Mabry, but not before he can do a bit of damage. Another brilliant little cameo from Mabry comes to an end. The Green Machine 7 for 113 as Day picks up his third wicket of the match. So the Blues lead by 94 runs as that wicket now brings Peter Fowler to the crease at number 8. Made his highest test score of 23 in his side's first innings, and how the Blues would love him to repeat the dose. So it's going to be Peter Fowler to face up to Darren Day for his first delivery. Here he's in now, this one's a good length delivery, and Pete Fowler rocks back on the back foot and flays this on the offside for a maximum to begin with. That is an extraordinary shot first delivery, and the lead is 100. It's going to be Michael Johnson to bowl the 28th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Fowler, and this one's into Fowler's hip, and he expertly tucks this away on the leg side for a single. So the Blues 7 for 120 in their second innings, an overall lead of 101 runs. So if the Green Machine are going to save their series, they're going to have to do what they've never done before and chase a target above 100 to win. Here is Fowler, hooks this away on the leg side. This has gone for a maximum. Pete Fowler picking up where he left off in the first innings. Just swivels on that back foot. Majestic. It's going to be young Nathan Hancock to bowl the 29th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Fowler. He serves up a full toss, and Fowler hammers this on the offside for another maximum. He is on fire in this second test match with the blade. Fowler races to 20. The lead now 115. As Hancock will continue again now to Fowler, and this one's a full delivery, and Fowler's played this uppishly once again, but this time he's hit it over the fence. So another brilliant cameo from a Brendan's 11 batsman comes to an end. Fowler has to go for 20, but how important will those runs prove to be? So the Blues 8 for 134 in their second innings, an overall lead of 115 runs, and that wicket now brings Josh Bolling to the crease at number 9. He made exactly that number with the blade in his side's first innings. Can he do it again? Here is Hancock is in once again to him now, and this one hits him on the boot and is fielded by Michael Johnson on the leg side for no run. So the Green Machine are going to have to create history here if they're going to win this second test match. As Hancock is in once again to Bolling, and this one's a full toss. Oh, Bolling has hit this straight back to Hancock, who takes a smart catch of his own bowling. That's the 9th wicket down for the men in blue. Hancock picks up his second wicket of the over. Bolling goes for a duck. It's 9 for 134. So the Green Machine have gone bang bang here, and that wicket now brings Rabi Al-Bashir to the crease, the last man in for the Blues. His side are in a very handy position as things stand. Can he push him up even higher? So it's going to be Hancock into Al-Bashir for his first delivery. Oh, he gets a thick outside edge, but it narrowly misses the auto wiki. It's going to be Joel Wodgick to bowl the 31st over of the innings. Here he's in now to Al-Bashir, and Al-Bashir has a wild swing at it, and he's clean bowled by Wodgick. The innings comes to an end. Al-Bashir dismissed for a pair on his return to this Brendan's 11 lineup, and it's a record run chase required for the Green Machine. So a good mini fight back there from the Green Machine to end the innings. The Blues have been dismissed for 134 in their second innings, a lead of 115 runs, which means they have set the Green Machine a target of 116 to win this second test match. Handy contributions at the top and down the bottom here for Brendan's 11 have got them into a favourable position. But it was the man at the top of the order, Joe Saveri, which got the Blues off to the perfect start here in their second innings. He played aggressively right from the beginning, hitting Pasterfield for 2 boundaries in the first over of the innings to set the tone for the Blues. He would pounce on anything too full and too short to register his highest score in a test match at the WCG, and won this first psychological battle for the Blues, getting him past the deficit with no wickets lost. And the decision to move him up to the top of the order in this innings, proving the correct one. So it all comes down to this. The Green Machine will require a record run chase at the WCG to win this second test match. Not since season 1 has a side chased above 100 to win a test match at the WCG. But these are still brilliant batting conditions here at the WCG, so write the Green Machine off at your peril. The finale of a dramatic second test match coming up next.